Hello, this is Slaps TV, and today I will be reading you Are You Feeling It Now, Mr. Krabs? By Charlie Devan of fanfiction. Rated fiction M for mature. 2 Krabby Patties and a side of fresh fries. Oh, hold on.
2 Krabby Patties and a side of fresh fries,
Yelled Squidward as he posted the order on the kitchen's window. Just as fast as he gave the order, SpongeBob was out the door with 2 Krabby Patties and a side of fries.
Order up!
No.
Order up!
He shouted with his signature enthusiasm and overall happiness. He walked towards the customer's table and gave them their order.
2 Krabby Patties and a side of fries for the gentleman and a free smile.
He smiled and laughed with that laugh that made Squidward want to pull the trigger. Oh, Christ. The customers just ignored the happy Sponge and proceeded to eat their food. SpongeBob walked back to the kitchen and sat down, and he waited for another order. Business had been slow recently. He could tell by a lack of work and by how much was complaining. He's been working in the Krusty Krab for so long, he actually lost track of how many years he's worked there. He loves his job, making patties in his life. He's gotten to meet so many people. Not only does he make the patties, he gets to serve the tables, which is, in his opinion, is every bit as enjoyable as making the burgers. But to SpongeBob, the best thing is when he sees the happy face of his boss. SpongeBob has had a major crush on the older crustacean since he first started working in the Krusty Krab. He never has gone to tell the old crab himself since he thinks he'll be rejected anyway. There's nothing he loves more than money, so he keeps his affection to himself. Suddenly, the kitchen door opened and Red Log stepped inside. "We're closing up early today. Slow business costs a fortune, lad," said Bert. He said bitterly. The crab stared at SpongeBob with an unidentifiable expression plastered across his face. Suddenly, something deep within SpongeBob snapped. He raced towards Eugene and got on his knees. "I know business has been slow, and there is nothing I can do about that, so how about you let me treat you right?" He raised an eyebrow, and the old crab groaned. And he raised an eyebrow and towards Eugene raised an eyebrow and stared at the yellow sponge. "Are you offering yourself to me?" I haven't done this since I was a sailor boy," he said as he smiled. "Please, I want you." That was enough to get the old crab going. Eugene took off his clothes, and SpongeBob placed his spongy yellow lips on the crab's red hard cock. He told him in fully and sucked him up like his life depended on it. The old crab was speechless. The little nerdy yellow guy was a pro. He wasn't fucking around. He was getting shit done. So before euphoria got out of hand, he pulled away and manhandled the sponge. Bob was now on his stomach, ass in the air, stroking himself as Eugene removed the rest of his clothing. Krabs stared at the cute little yellow ass that was in front of him, waiting to be filled with his sex. I'm ready, SpongeBob said, progressively louder. Was snapped out of his appreciation for that ass and slammed it to the sponge, not concerning himself with hurting him. Faster, SpongeBob yelled as Eugene picked up the pace. Suddenly, the door opened and Squidward entered. That didn't stop, though. He kept slamming into the happy little sponge, then suddenly Squidward became painfully aware that he himself wasn't wearing any pants. "Want to, join us?" said the sponge as his ass was being destroyed. Squidward had no second thoughts. His erection suddenly became visible as he raced towards SpongeBob and slammed his cock into his mouth, showing no mercy to SpongeBob. Bob was having the time of his life, being filled from both ends. On one end, his crush, and on the other, his fuck buddy. He loved it. Eugene was picking up the speed and slamming in harder each time. He began hitting SpongeBob's little prostate with his pee-pee, sending it shocks of pleasure to the sponge. The temperature was rising, their bodies were sweating, and they all became one giant ball of sex. Kept hitting SpongeBob right where he needed, and the sponge kept working his magic on the squid. Soon enough, they were all painfully close. I'm gonna come, said the sponge crowd, and that is all he said as the three of them simultaneously came, filling both SpongeBob's mouth and ass with their love and lust. I might have to give you a raise, boy, said as he chuckled. Wow, today was the best day ever.